Hello, gamers. Hello, noobs. This is game 31, and I'm happy to get to feature this guest for the second time. He really wants to win, is the one who knocks. Captain of the Walter Juniors, Meir.
Uh,
This
Thanks
is,
for having me on.
this is the second time we meet, and I'm very happy we got to do this. Okay, so this is a normal game. We started 6 minutes late, but it's okay. And we have Artemis 1.1, Bubbles, Leaf, Crouton, Scorcha, and Ingenue.
Oh, 6 minutes late. Is that a deduction?
It was
We wouldn't want
close to
that.
being deducted, yeah, but I feel like it's gonna slip by because Bubbles was signing up to the site. And because of the special site situation, I can see that being just, omitted.
This isn't Bubble's first game. I guess she was just having an issue getting onto the site anyway. That
Mm.
could be.
No, this is her third game,
Oh, we
exactly.
have an off app. You see this?
The fuck?
1.1 off app.
Ambition doing ambition things.
It's not
1.1.
even for getting 2.5, you know?
Hmm.
It's a selfless act of generosity,
And he's getting
and it's
unpicked.
rewarded.
And he's getting unpicked. I would probably pick Artemis. Whoa! And
Uh-oh.
here we go, the first M1 fail of this tournament. Oh
Is it really?
dear. I am excited. Here we go. Holy fuck. I didn't see it.
Oh,
Wait,
man, uh-oh.
and
This
he's
is not looking good for the Walter Juniors. We've got Leaf picked after the M1 fail.
oh 2.1? How is Sleeve getting picked? Yes, leaving off Ingenious is a very good decision, but when I think about it, I would see her more as a spy with Scorcha than with ambition.
But yeah, interesting call to make. I would not. I mean, that is really dangerous to do a pick like that if you're spy with Scorcha.
Yeah, she's
Because
trying to like butter up ambition. If she's a spy, she just like, I'm gonna pick Leaf so I have a team with him, and then it fails. So Scorcha would probably be looking better, and it would be crit already. And Bubbles is involving Ingenie. I feel like rest players should really want to see 2.2 just on logic.
why is that?
Well, because Ingenious is claiming to know some info. She's picking into one failed 1.1.
I see.
It feels like she really knows something. She knows what she has an
And she
idea of what she wants.
rejected she rejected 2.4. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's one school of thought to leave off the person who's claiming info as like a safety thing, but that also is interesting to do if like it could also not be great to do because people who are claiming info also are giving you info about their team, so you can test it, and spies don't have as much incentive to give info about their team usually. So I don't know. I mean, it's something that you do. You know, sometimes you reward it, sometimes you don't. It's for sure lots of mixed strategies, mixed probability strategies that you do. But for how often you want to avoid, I wouldn't avoid the person picking info as a general rule. I wouldn't avoid the person claiming info as a general rule.
That's a very, very good point. Yes, and I completely agree with that. I feel like you should even involve the person that's claiming info, unless it's a special situation. Like in this game, I feel like picking into fail them one instantly is a little bit special.
Yeah, I mean, some people would say, depending on the player who does it, I would say you can't do this for Ingenue, but for some people it would be a res out to pick into M1
Yeah,
probably.
I agree. It would be a
Um,
reset for a lot of people.
but also the whole game is kind of it's like a market of information, and if you're willing to give info to the table by doing something like picking into M1, there's a thought that you could be rewarded for it, because also, even if you're spy, then you'll be pretty quickly spied after your big info claims are proven wrong.
Mm.
At least that's one thought. And another thought is what you were saying, which is, well, the person who's claiming info you can leave off and then uh, test other stuff, and if they're claiming info and are right, then you'll hopefully win missions anyway because they were off, and then they'll it'll come to crit and they'll be res and they'll have their big info and pick clean. So
I like that a lot.
oh,
This is the pick. Balbos is contrast.
and pretty significant that someone decided to fail M2 after an M1 fail. I don't really think that that is almost ever the thing to do uh, when there's an M2 fail, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when there's an M1 fail.
I remember when I used to always float M2 when M1 was
Yeah.
failed. I just something has changed my mind to like sometimes fail, sometimes float. I didn't really remember what.
Uh,
Well,
I
obviously the
mean,
point in floating is that when M3 fails, then there's a crit without like mathematically confirmed res, which is better for spies.
yeah, or you could just say it more simply that getting to crit with an M1 fail and an M3 fail is less info for res than getting to crit with an M1 fail and an M2 fail. Regardless, they're going to have to solve for the full team once M1 fails.
Hmm.
So, I mean,
Bubbles, wait a
the only,
second. Bubbles is claiming information on chat. He's dressing Crouton.
yeah, it's funny. I wasn't really commenting about this game so much, just like talking about stuff in general, but we should probably look at chat and actually talk about this game.
Crouton is
What,
res,
what did you
okay?
say Bubbles was doing? She rezzed Crouton.
Yeah, she res Crouton.
Was this after the fail? Yeah, after the fail.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Well,
Let's see the full chat. Okay, Bubbles getting dressed. Crouton Bubbles is res, so Artemis is resing two people. So she's
oh,
spying
actually, yeah.
Ingenu.
Who's spying engineer?
Artemis is spying Ingenu. Well, Ingenu is pretty sold. Let's leave his universe.
Yeah, I'm seeing now that the 2.4 that engineer rejected had leaf on, so it wasn't claiming as much info as I had thought. Like I thought it was already confirming someone res, but it's rejecting with someone on M1. So ooh, let's see. Let's look at chat. What are people saying?
It's M2 people, M1 people just like, talking with each other for no reason. Written Scorch Pickridge Square. Yeah, Square was pick rejected. And we have Ingenu and Ambition upping this, so anti-uppers is very unlikely.
I mean, Scorch has got to be spy pick rejecting when he's
Mm,
on an M1 fail.
it's looking kind of bad for Scorcho. Now we have Artemis.
It's crit, like it's crit, and there's also, and he's on an M1 fail, and there's an M2 fail. Like, yeah, he could be VT, but he should just be spy, not
Mm,
claiming a team now.
it doesn't feel like a VT mindset. I feel like VTs that are on failed M1s, they feel kind of psyched up that they actually have some info. And this is like completely passive. Doesn't sit well with me for Scorcha to be res.
Look at what Ambition's doing. I will app left hand side plus me.
Well,
What do you think? I mean,
I'll just hope that his Merlin and hinting that it's not right hand side. You know, something is wrong, something is wrong.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there were apps on 3.2, so that's for sure. I guess what he's
or he's just trolling, you know? Oh, because I'm Merlin.
yeah he could also be hedging. Like either 3.2 is clean and he apped clean, or right if he's like freaking out also then it is kind of hedging his bets. Like he could sound maybe Merlin even if it's not clean. Like oh I apped clean but I'm freaking out. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying I'm gonna app confirm dirty.
To be frank, also Ambition has this thing going for him that he is a troll, you know, and this works well with that assumption.
Works well when he's spy. I don't know. I think when it's res, it loses more games than it wins.
I agree. I can see a way to
So,
app
yeah.
this left hand
Is
symbol.
Artemis saying anything in chat?
Artemis,
Has Artemis said a word of?
by the way, bro, let me think. Let's highlight her and unhighlight some people. For example, Scorch and Ambition. I don't want to listen to them at all. All right, let's
Yeah, I
see.
mean, Artemis just sounds spy. I would guess that 3.2 is clean.
This is our sus chat. Okay, this is a even more sus chat. Lol, okay. Real life bros, those short messages, they seem like I want to say something to have chat presence, but I have literally
Artemis still
nothing to
hasn't.
say.
Yeah, Artemis still hasn't voted on this.
By the way, bros, shut the fuck up. It really feels like she wants to have chat presence, but she has nothing to say. There's just like those
Exactly.
messages, lol, okay, leave, let me think. By the way,
Yep.
bro, shut the fuck up, then doesn't say anything.
Yep. I have the same thought. So and this is a like she's thinking of what to vote now. The fact that she's not pick apping means she's kind of it can't really be anti-leaf ingenue. Like it can't be square, right?
Mhm.
'Cause also scorch up pick rejected square. But if it's
Yeah.
square, then like at this point after 3.2 gets two apps, then they should be pushing square, but they're not. So
Well, to be
they were
frank,
just
Scorcha rejected clean when he was
mm,
Merlin in his last game. But he's no
okay.
way. I just don't see it happening again. So, no. Yeah, I guess I'm sold that 3.2 is clean.
Um You know what? Actually, the fact that he pick rejected it and now he and Artemis are being kind of awkward means that maybe Square has some equity now that like just because exactly Leaf and Ingenue app 3.2. So
Mm,
there is I feel like there is a chance for Square. Um but yeah, Artemis kind of sounds like either Spy or Merlin very sad that no one apped 3.1. That's like really the only options I feel.
let's see what Crouton has to say. I feel like he's so confessed at this point. Is it really square? Roll, lol, not gonna lie, buying anti-art leaf. That is. Oh, anti-art leaf. Oh, Crouton. He doesn't say much.
And saying anti art leaf is one of the like
On this
three
pick.
possible teams now. So
Well, on this pick, that you don't. He specifically mentions on this pick, so like
yeah, no,
we
I
don't
mean,
involve leaf if we, pick on this pick only teams.
right. I mean, yeah, that's it's a very crow thing to say. I feel
Ingenue.
like Crow's a good player, but sometimes he just says obvious stuff. But it works. I feel because he gets reads based off it.
We want to go, you're right. I think we should have a lengthy discussion on Bobs though. Well,
Ingenuine
Bobs.
said that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who said that? Oh, that's weird.
Just
She'd pick
engineer.
up Leaf. Why is she pick upping Leaf and then talking about having a lengthy discussion?
Well,
All right.
she's told for the whole game that Leaf is Raz. Go anti-art Leaf.
By the way, I'll say this: if Scorcha failed M1, then it was keeping in mind that Leaf fails M1s like all the time. So it's like a smart fail, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, just because Leaf fails M1 like every chance he gets. I wonder if people know that in this game. I feel like no one's mentioned that.
Maybe, and when you think about it, then 2.1 is a little bit more strange.
That would be ballsy if it's square to pick 2.1.
Hmm.
I remember you said you didn't think Ingenue was likely spy with Leaf because like it would be
Obvious.
too obvious. Exactly.
Because then 2.2 is getting picked 90% of the games. Like 2.5 that was actually picked by Cruton is interesting in itself. He's
I
like,
feel like this just sounds so weak. Probably it's probably 3.2 would be my
Artemis
guess.
isn't saying anything. Like Artemis is like, shut the fuck up, okay, like, okay, I'm stopping trolling, and then she goes, dude, Babbles, hold for now. This is like, what? Lol, Babbles, shut up. She's not saying anything at all. She's doesn't say, he conveys zero information. Literally zero information.
I guess like what she's trying to sound like is a Percival or something that just has no idea which is the VT and which is the assassin or something like that. But or who to Merlin. I don't know, but it just seems more like spy talk.
Yeah, I feel like it's Morgana who doesn't have a team and is like, oh, I want to, please give me my team. In short, so I can push it. Don't touch the scorch. Alright, so I guess it's right hand side. Or top? No, right hand. Them is more likely. To leave? Spine crow? Oh, this is. Oh, excuse me. This is a question mark chat. Hmm.
Oh
Indeed,
boy.
Babbles.
If it's top four, then that would be great for me.
Well, I really hope that Artemis is a spy. Oh, this is a rest outing chat. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. This is unfair influence, by the way, chat.
Hmm. Do you think that's a res out?
I think it's an unfair influence chat. It's like referring to stuff outside of the game.
You don't think a spy could she could say that as spy? I feel she
Mm,
could say that as spy.
I know that
Like
there's a lot
more.
of people who could do that as spy, but I have this thing that I assume that people wouldn't do that as spy, and it's just for certain people that I've seen that they do that. I just put them as exception.
I don't know Artemis that well, but
Same.
all right, I'll make a call that if Artemis is res, then it's top four and she's Merlin.
Oh, right. Guess I'm sheeped. Fuck. It could might as well be 3.2, and we're just trying to overthink stuff. I mean,
You
solid
said
spy.
that Artemis was spying Ingenue at one point. Was that in chat or was that based on something else?
It was because she was claiming something with Crouton.
What was that? Do you remember?
It's not anti-M1. Okay, I don't like Scorcher. When did she say? Oh, because she res Crouton. Yeah, she said Crouton Bubbles is res. Exactly here.
Well, maybe she meant like crouton, comma
Oh
bubbles.
yes, Crouton. Crouton. I'm telling you, but then it would be very strange. Like MTU fails. I find it unlikely. Why would she tell it specifically to Crouton?
Or it could
Damn.
be like, I mean, look at there's no space. Maybe she was typing something about crouton and then she decided to change it to bubbles as res and forgot to delete the word crouton. Like that kind of thing happens sometimes.
Oh my.
But yeah, it's funny. It's up to interpretation,
I
which is
hate ambiguous
interesting.
chat like this.
It's the whole game, bro. That's the whole game.
But this is just like tricky. This is like maybe her phone is like, or maybe she's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody likes left hand side. All right. Fuck. Where right hand side in Artemis? I've been avoiding to read M1 players chat. Maybe it's time to like get a random sample of their chat. All right. This is Scorch's chat. Honestly, it's funny how Leaf is rest. Yet he isn't trying at all. Okay, this is no chat. I have no idea how to read that. A random sample of Leaf's chat. This is statistically sampling chat. All right, yes, it's something.
It could totally be top four.
I didn't know. I guess I like Leaf a little bit more in chat because he's joking around.
Yeah, I know. Or you're saying you like Leaf more than Scorcha. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that for sure.
Artemis is useless, really bad player. It's okay though. Oh
See,
yes,
Scorcha, I mean, Crouton just doubled down on 3.2. So, uh,
same. Oh wait,
uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dead Merlin pick? Is this a Dead Merlin pick?
GGS. What do you mean GGS?
Oh, it's over. What just happened?
What? Oh, because Artemis was for us. It's anti-scorch and leave? No. What the fuck? How is this over? Wait, it is over.
Um,
It was square? Left hand side in bubbles? Artemis is res. At least I'm happy that we got Artemis. Oh dear.
uh, oh no. Why is Scorcher not pick apping clean? Why is he pick rejecting? Maybe, I
I
mean, you know what? Maybe I missed something. Maybe he would like,
Yeah, maybe
uh,
there was some chat situation and we are just talking about, 2.1 to be frank. This 2.1 took like half of
oh,
the video.
let's see. Oh yeah, okay. He can't pick up clean because Ingenuity does 2.1.
And this 2.1 is so fucking toxic, man.
Let's just look at this for a second. Why did Scorcher pick 1.5? Was there
I have no idea.
um
No
let's
idea.
see. 1.1 was good. 1.2, okay,
Was bad.
1.2 was bad.
1.3 is good. 1.4 is good.
All right, I mean 1.5 is legal because
I feel like it's not.
it was
It was picked in the sense that I just want to have two spies on them too, and then I can slam clean 3.1.
I don't know. I think if he's Merlin and leave off apps 1.1, maybe he could. Eh, this is a rough game with once 2.1 happens.
And 2.1.
I know
2.1.
Artemis is. I mean, honestly, when Percival is just not doing anything, then it's miserable
Yeah, like
because the
Artemis
spies.
was a conf spy on chat, like she was doing nothing until she said
Yeah,
like, "Oh, sorry, So this rest out, I guess, worked.
yeah. I mean, I know Artemis is pretty new, but like a huge part of 6P is Percival being active and taking note if like what the VTs are doing and making sure none of them uh, claim PR in a way that they couldn't as VT, and making sure that they that there's a strong voice for res. Honestly, once Artemis doesn't do that, then Merlin could just like pick app clean and override Ingenue, but Scorcha didn't take that approach.
Mm,
But if both PRs are trying to act like VT, then it's a miserable game. Those are the absolute worst games, is when both PRs are too soft and it's crit. Like obviously early game it's fine for everyone to be soft and just hope that clean gets picked. But once it's crit, it's better for like the PRs to go hard and maybe out Merlin than for both of them
mm.
to try to be super subtle. Oof, this is a sad game. Oh
Yeah,
well.
I guess this is it. All right, see you guys next time.